What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Welcome to the World Sports Podcast, man. It's been a while, so I'm going to introduce ourselves. I'm John, along with Eddie and Braxton. How y'all doing, fellas?
All right, man, feeling good. I think somebody else is feeling a little bit better, though, coming off another year of being on this earth. Everybody, I think we should, in the comments, just give a warm happy birthday to my guy, B-Raxo Tyler. How you feeling, Brax?
I'm feeling good, can't complain. Happy to see 25, and we got a special guest with us. She sleep, but she gonna enjoy the pod with us, man. So happy about that.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get into it, man. We ain't talked basketball in a while, but we finally have a finals matchup. But we're gonna talk about the better of the conference finals series, the Western Conference Finals. Man, they went 7 games. The Spurs defeated the defending champs, the Thunder, on their home court, man. And Wemby wins Western Conference Finals MVP, man. What was y'all thoughts on that series?
Hey, bro, I think this just put a stamp on who gonna be the new face of the league when LeBron gone, bro. Wemby is him, bro. The way, just how passionate he was after they won, told me everything I need to know about him, bro. And that's what the league needs. Like, everybody want to be too nonchalant, like that, like they don't care. But he is actually showing that he cares and he wants to be a winner. He cares. Like, he crying like that. If a player like that of that caliber is crying, bro, I want to go behind that, and I'll put everything. If I'm the GM, I'm loving what I'm seeing, and we made the right decision. Wemby is alien, bro. He's definitely showing why he is one of one. He shut down Chet the whole series. He altered every shot that came in the paint, and he was just causing havoc the whole series, the whole playoffs, the whole league since he's been in the NBA. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from him, and I think the league is in trouble for sure.
Man, I mean, I don't know where to start. I did not pick the Spurs to win this series, mostly because I felt like, the OKC Thunder had championship pedigree. I felt like that would overcome the injuries that they had, but unfortunately, it just they were struggling on the offensive end, dealing with Wemby. It was times in which they would drive in the paint and they literally would just drive right back out or throw it out. Like it just he was difficult to deal with in this series. And that's partly because of just how he came out in the first game. Like he was dominant from game one. He had a couple games in here in which he, I would say he took a back seat, but the games in which he was dominant, they won and he took over. And man, I got to give him credit. I lost the bet to John. John, he made a great pick in picking the Spurs, man. I did not see this coming, but I will say this, man. Y'all be careful what y'all wish for because now, you know, it's Wimby time, but things could change moving forward when it comes to OKC, which we'll get to in the next block. But man, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for acknowledging my bet that I won. I told you, I predicted it right too. I said Spurs in 7, and sure enough, Spurs won in 7. But yeah, man, this series was definitely the better series out of the two, which I think most of us predicted was going to be the case. The Thunder, man, they just didn't have enough, especially with J Dub going down, and he tried to make comebacks throughout the series, and that hamstring just proved to be a problem for him. So I would like to see him, rest up, get in the offseason, rest up. I think some of his hamstring injury had happened because they played so late into the season last year, winning the finals and, going 7 games, and then having to turn around, 2 months later and start a whole another season, 2-3 months later, start a whole another season. So I want to see him rest up. Shea, he didn't have the best series. Credit to the Spurs game plan for, getting him off his game and, making it hard for him. But he showed up in game 7, and unfortunately, he was probably the only one that showed up. Chet didn't show up at all this series. He got punked out by Wemby game after game. He only had 4 points in game 7, which is crazy, especially when, you looked at as with Dub being down the second best player on your team and you only scored 4 points in a game 7 is crazy, man. But like Eddie said, man, Wemby gonna be the new face of the league. I already told them boys that's gonna be my favorite player once Brian leave out the league, just because I like the competitiveness that he brings to the game. Like he genuinely hates losing, and I just think that the Spurs have a great team with with Fox, Castle, Vassell, and Keldon Johnson. All them boys, they're just a great team. They love each other, bro. They like playing with each other. Uh, it's gonna be an interesting series against the Knicks for sure.
I don't know
One
about
thing,
that.
one thing I gotta say though, I mean, I knew this throughout the season. One thing that I did not expect. Like I knew throughout the season the Spurs bench was pretty deep, but I guess in this series it woke me up to how deep this team is and how efficient, they players can be in their roles. Like I look at plays like even Keldon Johnson had a pretty up and down series, but like in game 7, he showed up with some big shots. And then, like Castle, he was turning the ball over in game 1, but he kind of corrected it. And, Fox holding it all together. Like they pieces fit so well, and you got a lot of stars in these roles. Like they could be in other places doing better things, but they play good in their role in San Antonio.
Yeah. Not to mention you got a player like Dylan Harper coming off the bench. He gonna be a star. He gonna be a
Yep.
star in this league sooner rather than later.
Also, get my boy some Carter because I guess y'all was on him, Carter Bryant. Y'all was on him crying and stuff, but he came out there and he hooped. He had the defense say and he came out there and spurt plays, hitting threes, and he had that big dunk that changed the momentum, and got them boys that win. So hey, they got a lot on that team, bro, for sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, but y'all can't bring up, the biggest moment of the game. Man, I thought I saw LeBron James out there.
Hey, 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 man, Mill.
But Luke Cornett going up there, and the Thunder were closing in on the Spurs. They were down by 6, but if they get the dunk or off the turnover, Hartenstein, they could have cut it to 4, and I think that would have really changed the game. But Luke Cornett comes out of nowhere and blocked by Cornett, man. Hey,
All right,
he,
all right.
Yeah.
he
That definitely saved the momentum for the Spurs for sure. I wasn't expecting that. I really thought that Arnstein had an easy layup because he was in transition. And Luke Carnett, I've been very critical of him in the 9 Wemby minutes because I just feel like he wasn't given enough in that series when Wemby was out in terms of like being a rim protector and he was missing lives and stuff like that. And I was like, but credit to him on that for sure. But talking about Chet and talking about the Thunder, man, where do the Thunder go from here in terms of trying to defeat the Spurs? Because it looks like the Spurs are going to be the team to beat for years to come. So where do the Thunder go from here to try to get back to that mountaintop?
I know y'all want to see the trade happen, but me personally, they just won, bro. They just won last year. They wasn't healthy, and they still was one game away from going to the finals and winning back to back. They would have beat the Knicks. But Shea, Dub, and Chet, they big three. Then they got the guys on the bench: Caruso, AJ Mitchell, Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe. They basically okay. Them OKC is like mirror images, bro. Because they got the guys and then they got their bench, but that was just not healthy this year, and I think that really played a part because J Dub is a huge part with Shea and Chet game. So with him missing, I don't think that was ever Chet Rowe to just go out there and get a bucket. He was known as a defender and like a do it all type of guy, even at his size. But like I don't think that we should be so ready to just throwing the white flag. But I do understand where your guys are coming from because like this window, just like Wemby now, they gotta see how we gonna beat Wemby. What's that next step? But I think if they trade everything for Wemby, then that just breaks everything they built with all the first round picks and all their depth. So if they get Giannis, they just going full out on one, or maybe one, maybe two rings, and that's it. But their dynasty and like their future is over, in my opinion.
I feel differently than you on this topic. I feel like uh this series showed me that, I mean, if you're gonna set yourself up to contend with Wemby every year, you're gonna have to have somebody down there that's gonna be able to like push Wemby a little bit. And some of those possessions that we seen from Chet, in which he literally was just like, "Oh, Wemby down there, let me throw the ball away," like that. That's you can't have that. You gotta have somebody who's gonna at least have some competitive fire when it comes to playing against Wemby. But honestly, I think you got to make a trade, um, because personally, I'm not sold that you're gonna get any better next year. I understand that, some of your players was hurt, but I don't think if you bring back this same team, who's to say that the Spurs don't get better? Like, you see, I think you gotta get exponentially better. You have the picks, you have the things that you need to kind of make the trade work. So why not make a move and say, you know what? Hey, let's get this team extremely better, pair somebody with our MVP who we know can run with him when it comes to these moments. I was looking at Shea in the game. I'm just like, dang, like he helpless out here.
He
Dub
was
would have been
hurt.
out there. I
His hip
get
was
it.
hurt.
I know Dub is nice, but are we gonna say Dub is really that though? Like, is he really that to go with him?
I
I
think he definitely, my fault, John, but I think he definitely is worthy of like competing with. He showed you he had 40 in the finals, bro, and he was a huge part in that. So I think if J Dub is healthy, then that's a different series. But Chet did not come to play, so I understand why you want to see him gone, and I'm not mad at that. But I'm just saying, you do that, then you're risking a lot off your bench and other players. But go ahead, John.
I will say, I agree with you, Eddie. I do feel like Dub is definitely the number two option to Shea because you know what he can do offensively. Like he got a better offensive game than Chet, but we can't keep letting Chet off the hook. I mean, Chet was what the second pick in the draft when they drafted him, and so in his game, you know, Chet, what he's not a scorer like J Dub, but like he can score the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like 4 points is inexcusable for him in a game seven, bro. Like you got to understand the moment. You got to understand that J Dub is not here, so you got to elevate your game. We've seen Chet have great games before scoring the ball, so it's no excuse for him to score 4 points in a game seven. I seen Chet in the game seven pass up a wide open three, drive to the goal, seeing Wemby down there, kicked it out, and they ultimately didn't get no points from that possession when they could have easily got 3 points because he's capable of shooting wide open threes. Like that don't make no sense to me. I don't think he was ready for that moment against Wemby, and he kind of like tries to downplay his rivalry with Wemby, but we kind of could tell that he don't want no parts of Wemby at all. But as far as them, trading Giannis, and Eddie saying, if they get Giannis, they kind of like mortgage the future. But I mean, what's the future? You already reached the pinnacle of basketball. So I mean, was it to get? You saying future? It ain't really no future because we already know what that team can bring with Chet being on the squad. Can they get back there again if he's scared to go through? Because you're gonna have to go through Wemby. So if he's not ready to meet the challenge of facing Wemby, can they get there again? Like Bragg said, I would like to see somebody like a Giannis that's not going to bring that competitive fire to the team and not going back down from a challenge. I would like to see him with like a stay, and then you got to think, you know, these extensions are about to kick in for SGA, J Dub, and Chet. So a lot of these role players that you're seeing on the bench now, in terms of a Case and Wallace, a Lou Dort, or something like that, they're not gonna be able to keep everybody on that team. So why not make a move now to go get you a bona fide star that you know is gonna be a Robin or Robin 2.0 for Shea and J Dub.
So you saying trade J Dub and Chet?
No, 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 no. You keep J Dub because you gotta realize the Bucks know if they going and Giannis knows as well if he wants to go to OKC, it's gonna be one or the other. They're not gonna give up both of they two stars. It's gonna have to be Chet or it's gonna have to be J Dub, and I don't see the Thunder letting go J Dub. They got enough assets draft wise to make a trade for Giannis. I think they got like over 10 first round picks in the next couple of years to make a move. So I mean, it's there for them, but I don't see the Thunder giving up both of those guys for Giannis, especially not at his age anyway.
I'm just thinking from the GM for the Bucks. I'm like, if I'm looking at we just watched the same series, right? Why do I want Chet? I
Hmm.
understand you got a lot.
Potential,
That don't
potential,
move it for me.
potential. Yeah, it don't move the needle for you, but you gotta think about if the Bucks gonna trade Giannis, then they gonna go into rebuild mode regardless, because
Yeah,
who you don't have no stars on that team anyway to replace Giannis anyways, and 9 times out of 10 they already talking about Giannis gonna want to get traded. So who other than OKC that could give you a star player and assets? What other team can give you what OKC can give you in terms of getting something back for Giannis?
okay. So they do have the best package just because they got all the draft capital So they do have like the best offer, but I think he can still it's still other teams that's on the table as well that they can do some work with. But of course, OKC got the most to offer because they have all the picks. But I just and then like going back a little bit, I think Casey Wise might be on his way out
Yeah,
because of what he just said. He said he's trying to get better. He said he tired. He wants basically he wants some more money, and I think he wants a bigger role. So I think him. I don't think they want to play Lou Dort the way he just played, but
well,
that's SGA guy. So I don't know how they want to do with that.
I agree with you. I agree with you in terms of Case and Wallace. He definitely gonna want more money. They're not gonna be able to pay him, especially with these contracts that's about to kick in. And Lou Dort as well. He got this is last year of his deal. He got a team option coming up. I think he's supposed to be making like 18 million. And if they accept his team option, then it's gonna put them like right at the luxury tax in terms of salary cap. So I don't think that that's gonna work out either. So it's gonna be interesting. They're gonna have to make some big decisions this season for sure on how they're gonna construct their roster.
Um, I do want to ask this question. I know we didn't originally have this question planned, but before we get to the predictions, what do y'all think that the Cavs should do moving forward? Because we were talking about, what OKC did. They lost in the conference finals. The Cavs lost to the Knicks in the finals, and it wasn't as convincing as what the Thunder did. So what do y'all think they should do?
My thing is this: what can they do? It's not for me. It's not about what should they do. What can they do that's gonna make their team get that much better? Like who can you go out and get? They already signing. You could get LeBron, but
There you go.
I don't think LeBron want to go back to Cleveland. In my opinion, I don't
That's something that makes sense though, John. Like,
But they're not going to think about it. They're not going to give Brian. Brian ain't going for nothing less than 50 million. They ain't giving Brian 50 million to come
yes, they
in.
will, bro.
They already got reports out that LeBron said he not taking less to go back to Cleveland. I don't think they how you gonna make it work though? How you gonna give Brian 50 million? You still got to pay James Harden. You got to pay
We
him.
don't care about James Harden. We
You
just
gotta
saw
pay, they already said they're gonna extend him after the season. You got Donovan Mitchell, you got Evan Mobley, and you got Jared Allen. You ain't gonna be able to pay all five guys. Brian ain't going for less than 50 million. I don't see him. I think LeBron's staying right there in LA. That's my
Donovan Mitchell already paid. James Harden they can extend him a year. I don't think the money go. The money not the issue, bro. And I think they go keep Mobley and let Jared Allen go. And if LeBron want a farewell tour, I personally don't think he gonna leave, but he needs to leave because the Lakers ain't doing nothing to help him for him to win a ring. So if he was, I think Cleveland is a better position for him than the Lakers, but Bronny got to be included in that. So it's a lot that's got to go on in that bench. I really don't like that bench either. With Max Struz, they got to get some other guys. Keep Dennis. Keep what's the boy name? Help me out. What's his name?
Keon Ellis.
No, the big guy Tyson. Keep Tyson. And then I'm maybe draft a couple guys and get some guys in the free agency. But yeah, I think LeBron would like to come back, but I think it works to him, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, James Harden. I think that's enough.
Before
But
you go, Bryce,
not James Harden we just saw, but I need him to hoop.
before you go, Bryce, my thing is the reason why I don't think LeBron want to go back is because if that was the case, why you left Cleveland in the first place? If you wanted to just go back, end up going back to Cleveland at some point in your career, you should have just stayed in Cleveland, right? And you could have got AD to Cleveland. You could have got everything you wanted in Cleveland. You know they're gonna give you.
Nah. He wanted to go to Hollywood. He had everything in Hollywood, so we knew that was coming at some point.
Well, why you go back? You still in Hollywood? What is
His farewell tour, bro.
you could get that, but you could get that in Los
Kobe,
Angeles.
you got to think about legacy, bro. Kobe did that.
Man, that don't matter. LeBron
It
gonna
do
do
matter. Like LeBron think about all that stuff, bro.
bro.
He cares about how it looks, bro. I'm telling you,
Bro,
LeBron.
what Kobe not here. Kobe not even. I ain't gonna take it there, but Kobe, bro, what legacy is he? Like what? That don't make sense. Kobe legacy. You don't want to do that because Kobe got a farewell tour in the same jersey. Like
Bro, LeBron cares about everything, bro. He want to be different.
no, bro. I don't think he going back.
I mean, well, we gonna see in 4 months what's gonna happen, but that's my prediction, bro. Because LeBron, LeBron dramatic, bro. He gonna have a whole sit down again. The decision part 2. That's LeBron.
He's not doing that, bro. So
All right,
he's
bet.
not leaving his family. He ain't gonna want to leave his
Hey, they
family.
ain't better move, bro. He a private jet.
You know how much private jets cost, nigga?
You know he is a billionaire. Come on, bro. What you talking
That
about?
money is money. You know how cheap
LeBron got his own jet already, bro. He got you know he got his
LeBron
own
is cheap, bro.
situation.
LeBron is cheap, bro. LeBron is cheap. He
How
may
you
be,
know you know LeBron?
but he cheap, bro.
How you know that, bro?
Bro, all these stores come out. Dwayne Wade then came out and said how cheap LeBron is, bro.
That's fine. That's how you a billionaire. But I'm pretty sure he got him his own jet.
I don't see it happening. We'll see how it falls, but I don't see LeBron going back no Cleveland. Sorry.
Uh, I think let me talk about the basketball side of it first. I think LeBron going back to Cleveland would be too many chefs in the kitchen. I think it'd be too many people. It depends on some people will have to leave for sure. I don't know if you keep James. So I don't know if James and LeBron fits to me. That's just my thought. But if he was to go back, I think it would be a nice, cute story to end, his
You
career there. But I don't think you're gonna win no championship in Cleveland again. I don't. Uh, I think unless you make some big trades to get some other good guys, like I'm not convinced on Mobley. I'm not honestly. I'm not convinced in James and the other pieces that you got there. Like they don't intrigue me that much. So unless you're gonna try to get another star along with Braun to come there, then I don't think you're gonna win a championship there. But it would be a nice story for him
wish
to
they
end his career
can.
in
They could
Cleveland.
go get Giannis. And then LeBron
Yeah,
just
that's what
signed.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If Giannis and Braun both go to Cleveland, which I don't think Giannis would want to do. I don't think that's the type of guy he is. But if they did that, that would be cool. But you got to get another star. Maybe nah. I was about to say maybe AD would want to go there, but nah.
No, he's not leaving.
But enough talking about these losers. You want to talk about the winners?
Let's do it,
I'm
man.
a loser though, by the way.
Predictions. I'll go first. I got the Spurs in 6. And Breaks, my offer still stands if you want to take me up on that.
Mm.
No,
Eddie,
it's my turn to bet Brad. I got him in Detroit. You got him in, so it's my turn again to bet Brax. But I got the Spurs in 5.
wow, man, y'all give the Knicks no chance. And you know
I think,
what? I'm
I
cool.
think they're gonna win 2 at least, but I don't think they ain't win this series. I'm
I'm
They
good.
don't got nobody for
I'm
this.
cool.
Everybody talking about Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. He guarded Wimby the best, bro. You can't stop Wimby, bro. Wimby shoot
I'm
from half court, bro. It's over with.
I'm cool with being the lone person here that might pick the Knicks.
We know, bro.
I'm cool with that. I make a joke and say New York is my fourth home, even though I've never been there. But I'm just playing. I like the Knicks, man. This series, I think if they win, I don't know. I don't. It don't have to be in 6 because I think they'll probably win it in the Garden. I don't think they'll go back to San Antonio and win in a 7-game series. But I don't know, man. You playing in OKC 7-game series. It's not as many stars in the building. It's not as many, much fanfare. You talk about winning 4 games, some of them games you got to play in New York with that ruckus crowd. Like OKC is one thing, but in the Garden is a whole nother thing. So we gonna see if this young team is tested enough to go and win a series against the Knicks. I like the way Brunson is playing. And we forget, man, the Knicks have been blowing dudes out. They won a game 7 by 50. Like
Look at the
that
count,
ain't
bro. Different
look at the
levels.
comp. It is different levels, but who would you rather have? The team that's been blowing everybody out, or the team that's got just
Wimby.
just came
Battle
just came off
the team.
battle
Wimby.
tested? Yes, but you gotta expect this other team has played 3 more games. They got some nagging injuries, probably, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like they beat up. They beat
Then
up.
you
That
got
was a
Russ.
physical
You got
series.
Russ. Russ versus
At the
Russ.
end of the day, it is at the end of the day, it's still basketball. And if you could beat the Thunder, you could beat anybody, in my opinion.
But
No
you
matter.
didn't. But that's the thing. You beat a lesser version of the Thunder because they had injuries and stuff.
And this
If
version of
it,
the Thunder would beat the Knicks in 4. All right, I'm wild. I'm
no,
wild.
Yeah,
It's 6.
boy, I
come
ain't
on,
gonna say
man.
no.
In 6. In 6. In 6. In 6.
I think the Knicks have a chance, and I think
They got a chance at the NBA team. They got a chance, but
Yeah, they got a chance.
I would say this: I would feel better about this series if Mitchell Robinson was playing because I think he
he
could
is
at
playing.
least bother. Well, they say he was out for the series.
Oh
No,
no, he playing.
no,
Oh,
it's his
somebody
pinky.
out.
He playing. He
Supposed to
playing.
give
Okay,
Rob.
okay,
You
okay.
got a brace on it. You got a brace on
Okay, well, if he playing, then I definitely feel confident about. I think I could say Knicks in 6 for sure. Cause
That would needed for you, bro. Mitchell
it's
Robinson.
not, bro. Because I look at it like this. Hardenstein, he didn't like make it extremely tough. Jalen Williams, the big Jalen Williams, he didn't make it extremely tough either. But like that physicality, it can mess with Wemby a little bit. Like at times, Wemby does overthink it sometimes. And he like, dude, do I really want to go in the paint dealing with these big dudes up in there? Like, no. Sometimes he'll just take a
Then what he
three.
do? He dribble, step back three.
it. We know Cat
Yeah,
ain't. We know Cat ain't gonna be physical against Wemby.
He gonna
And
get
I,
fouled.
exactly.
and I don't think Mitchell Robinson quick enough to guard Wemby, in my opinion.
They both will be in foul trouble, bro. All that physicality don't mean nothing. Foul.
Cat ain't gonna guard Wemby, especially not in no post. They
And I
do better putting, in my opinion, they do better putting OG on Wemby than putting
all right,
Mhm.
nah.
Mitchell Robinson.
Hey, that's what I want to see. I want to see OG on Wemby
It's gonna be
personally.
Alex Caruso part two.
Alex Caruso had success a couple times though.
What?
He did.
A couple times of the whole game? What we
Okay,
talking about, bro?
that's all you need.
Out of
That's all
30,
you
out of
need.
30, out of 30 reps, he got three. What we talking about,
Nah,
bro?
it wasn't that lopsided.
And if it was because he missed, he had no effect on the rock game. He couldn't even see him. He can't
Okay.
see him. He's 8 feet.
He can't see Chet either. So this is my problem with the NBA, man. You can't do nothing with this big dude, man. I'm sick of Wemby. That's why I don't like
But
Wemby.
listen, he not just abusing it like Shaq would. Like Shaq was just dominating. Wemby doing it from all three levels, bro. And defensively, he's a monster. It's different, bro. They don't got
Yeah,
nobody that can do nothing. They got a team around. You got a team beat them.
he's also a thug. He's calling
What?
shots for
I mean,
players
we
to
not
get
doing
hurt.
that. He's a monk.
No. He's a thug.
He's a
He's out here
monk.
calling. He calling shots for people to get hit. He's saying, "Oh man," he telling his teammates, "Good job for their hard fouls." This is the type of stuff
Oh,
you
he said
don't
five
support.
fouls. That's what he said. 5 fouls.
No, that's not what he said. He said hard fouls, and then when Dylan or not Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant bumped Shea, he said, "Man, I'm proud of you." Like, come on,
And
man, what are
he
we
was being
doing? We
physical,
playing
bro. He was
basketball.
physical. He was playing basketball. He being physical. It's a part of the game. Physicality.
It's all cool until somebody do it to him. Then he want to
They did it
cry
to
and
him.
stuff
He was
and
on. They
throw
was pushing.
elbows.
Alex Caruso bring a castle to the ground. Come on. We ain't talk about castle. We ain't talk about Fox. We ain't talk about Harper. We just talking about Wemby right now. That's the scary part. All them guys get to it.
I hear you.
You
Well,
gonna see it too.
we
Harrison
all
Barnes.
got we all got our predictions, man.
We betting or no?
We need to put
Let me get to Tuesday. Let me get to Tuesday. I'll probably feel better about it. But on to the NFL.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
ready?
Let's talk some football, man. AJ Brown looked like he on his way out the door post June 1st, man. The big report is that it's pretty much set in stone. He gonna go to the Patriots, but they have been some other teams lingering around out there. Rams was one of them, but I don't think that they're gonna make a move after. Matter of fact, we didn't even talk about that. Let's run it.
Breaking news.
First course, breaking news, man. Myles Garrett getting traded to the Rams, man. Breaking news on the Welcome to the World Sports Podcast. Jared Verse, first round pick next year, and some other picks that's still being negotiated with the Browns, man. What's y'all thoughts on that? Does he move the needle for the Rams to get them in the Super Bowl this year?
That's a hard question, bro. I definitely think he moves the needle just because of the caliber of player he is. That he's definitely first ballot Hall of Fame. He can go to Hall of Fame right now and still be playing. But he's definitely a game record. But I don't know if that gets them to a Super Bowl. But it definitely helps. But the offenses don't need no help. The defense was the issue. They went and got Trey McDuffie, and now they just got the best defender in the league with Myles Garrett. But I don't know.
I got a question. What if we have a scenario where Aaron Donald decides he wants to return? Decides he wants to return, bro.
Nah, the league can't allow that, bro. That's cheating. That's cheating, bro. They gotta veto that immediately.
that just popped up in my head. I'm like, man, Aaron Donald retired. He's still under contract with the Rams, bro.
If he do that, then JJ Watt gotta unretire and come back.
What you think, Frank?
Man, I think this trade definitely makes the Rams the more formidable opponent, as if they weren't already. They already, just came from the NFC Championship game, so you already got to deal with them. But I don't know. I didn't expect this trade to happen. Dang. I mean, you just move on from Verse. I mean, I guess you're gonna move on from him if you can get Myles Garrett. But
I would too.
yeah. So I mean, I really don't got much to say on it. I mean, the Browns are gonna be the Browns.
Hold on. We're not doing that now. Cause we got a tight QB battle now. A two.
Sean Watson gonna be QB1, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's probably going to be QB1.
I
But
don't know, bro.
You turning your back on Deshaun Watson, bro?
No, everybody know that's my guy on the field.
But you just threw up your,
Yes,
just
because I think he got the team together. Deshaun, when he got there, they wasn't really too happy after his huh?
you gonna take Shador over Deshaun? That what you telling me?
I'm in a rock and a hard place. But I do want to see both of my guys. I want just either Deshaun to get traded. But I do want Deshaun to get traded. He needed another first start because I think Shador got everybody. This group was just for him, but like he came in with the rookies, this rookie class. Last year he got the fans, everybody included. Deshaun didn't really had that effect when he got there. His best outing was in Houston before everything happened, his old little debacle. But I just think he needed a first start. But I'm going with two. I want to see him play.
All right, I respect. I just want to start off by sending my condolences to Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, and because it's about to get real scary out there for y'all in that division. Myles Garrett. But yeah, man, it's a crazy trade. Like Brack said, definitely didn't see this one coming. It really came out of left field. I guess you give up a young pass rusher and Jared Verse for Myles Garrett. I'd do that 10 times out of 10 for sure. And I guess Myles is under the impression, he's ready to go chase a ring. He gave his all to Cleveland. He really requested a trade last season, I think, the last off season before they gave him a new deal. And now he's going to the Rams where he got a chance to do that. And I definitely think that this elevates the Rams a little bit more in terms of defensively because we know Myles Garrett can get to the quarterback, especially one-on-one, but even with double teams, he still finds a way to make it happen. And so I think that this helps their secondary out, their young secondary that they have out there. So this definitely only boosts the Rams' chance as a championship contender, in my opinion.
But I'm also thinking like, I like Young, but on the other side, kind of weak now.
Hey, Myles Garrett was working with nothing in Cleveland on the other side, and he still got the job done.
He has some help interior though.
Huh?
He had some interior help though with Graham and the other guy.
Graham wasn't even that good this year.
No, Graham was nice. You tripping?
He wasn't that good this year. He underperformed. He underperformed in my opinion. As a top 5 pick, I expected more out of him.
I mean, he got what's the name taking all the sacks. What you want him to do?
No, actually, that should help him. If anything, that should help him because Myles Garrett seeing majority of the double team.
He's also in the middle though, so the quarterback either trailing more further back, and that helps the linebacker who's blitzing, or he's going outside to where Myles Garrett or the other end is. So
I ain't trying to hear that. That never hurt Justin Matabike or Justin
what he at right now?
Nandi Matabike, shall I say? He was hurt. He was hurt last year. He gonna be back this year.
He ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah, I guess. You can't say that. We ain't seen it yet.
I know who will be the same though.
In other news, man, AJ Brown is on the trading block post June 1st cut. Like I said, it's almost pretty much penciled in. He's going to the pass, but we had some other teams lingering around. What y'all think on that? How do y'all think this affects the Eagles moving forward? They made some moves at receiver. But in my opinion, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like it doesn't make them better getting rid of AJ Brown. Let's say that. It doesn't make them better. But they made some nice moves trying to replace him in terms of getting what's the dude name from USC that they drafted?
Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah, him, Lemon, and they got O'Bar from Green Bay.
Got Hollywood Brown too.
And Hollywood Brown. Yeah. So
Dubs. Well, I think they got one more guy.
Dobbs in New England.
Not Dobbs. Quintavious Wicks.
Tavian Wicks, yeah.
Yeah, him. I ain't really like none of them receivers in Green Bay, to be honest. But oh yeah, I agree with you, John, on this. This definitely don't help them because they don't. Now they lacking a big receiver now. They all the guys the same stature. Now they run out there.
I mean, Dontavian Wicks pretty tall, but he ain't not no solid receiver, he not no possession receiver.
That's what I'm saying. He not that of a stature like a Nico or AJ or a Mike Evans. They don't got that downfield. Well, they don't have the vertical. I can't say that because they speed.
Across the middle, really across the middle is what they lacking at.
They don't got that go up and get it guy now.
I don't know. As small as Devontae Smith is,
He's different, bro. That's not about a big receiver, bro. They don't have a big receiver now. That's what I'm saying. So
they don't have like a what?
A big receiver, like a go get like a Megatron 100 jump type guy.
Yeah, I don't think they have a receiver that could go across the middle and
take them hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but shoot, AJ Brown would go across the middle and drop the ball. So you never know.
You're right. You're right about that, Brax. But I think it's gonna be a committee now.
Yeah,
definitely it helps. I think it helps Saquon though. Like now they not predictable anymore. And this with Devontae, he go back to being number one receivers. And the last time I saw him as number one receiver.
Yeah, the high one, yeah. Any thoughts, Bright?
Definitely, I'm ready for this trade to get over with. We've been talking about it for a minute, but I think AJ Brown to the Pats. Uh, I mean, it should be a good move for the Patriots. They'll have sure number one. With Diggs leaving. I mean, I guess he wasn't their number one anyway, but he was a good receiver there. So you add another piece to fill that spot. But I don't know. I don't know if this makes me like the Patriots any more or less. I don't think they're going to go any further, or well, I guess you can win as far as you can go Super Bowl, but I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl now because they got AJ Brown. I think they'll be competitive though. And as
But
far as the Eagles, go ahead.
what do they give up though for the Patriots? We ain't really talk about what do they give up.
They ain't really been saying what they gonna give up. They ain't really leaked them details as to what they gonna give up.
I definitely think they gotta give a wide receiver back. Like, do you give a booty? Pause.
I would.
I mean, I hope you're not giving up
If
booty.
they want to receive a bag, then yeah, I would give up Keyshawn. But
I don't know. I'm interested to see that part of the trade. That's what I'm waiting on to see what they get out of it. But Bryce, do you happy, bro? Giving up booty?
mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know, but I hope that's not what they're giving up, bro.
Speaking of wide receivers, though, man, OBJ. It was announced today that he's resigning, returning to the New York Giants, man, along with Juju Smith-Schuster and I think Braxton Berrios. They worked out all three, and all three got deals. But in terms of OBJ, man, what's your thoughts on their returning to the Giants?
I love it, bro. I think that's where he should have been. A few years ago, I think he should have been returned. But I'm just happy it finally happened because this is the best version we saw with OBJ, young OBJ when he first came to the league and he made the catch. So just seeing him go back to his roots and where he had all the crazy celebrations and frustrations on the sideline, it's a lot of history there, a lot of great times, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of dances, and I want to see that one more time before he hang it up. So I'm happy to see it. I just hope he stay healthy and he can play.
I believe this is all window dressing. I think they wanted to get the conversation off of the rift between Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart, and I think they wanted to get the fans excited about something else. I honestly believe, OBJ, he's gonna be there. He may play a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna play that much. And I think this was just kind of to get the media talking about something else for New York.
Nah, they ain't gonna forget that because people still gonna talk about it. You can't forget that.
I agree with Bryce a little bit. As much as I love OBJ, I do feel like his best years are behind him now. I feel like he gonna get some run. He's not gonna be a every down wide receiver like a number two to Malik Neighbors or some things of that nature. But I do think he could provide them some key moments when they need him on certain situations. So I'm just happy to see him return to the Giants. I know this was something that he wanted to do in terms of his career, go back where he started his career. So, yeah, man. I don't really have much to say. I am concerned about Neighbors a little bit though, man, because
Yeah,
the reports ain't been looking good about his knee, and they saying he might not be ready to start the season. So,
I don't
yeah,
think he would because he just had another surgery, so it don't make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, I seen a video of him at something and he was moving like very slow. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
Brian Burns celebrity softball game. They say he was limping around the bases and stuff.
Yeah, it's that field, bro. They gotta do something, bro. And then he
And,
going right back to the same field that he
yeah,
messed up on. So I
and
just
then
pray
Well,
he
I,
get
I
back there.
think they said they changing it. I think they said they're changing it and going to different grass now, like actual grass. I think they changing it.
I would hope so for the players' sake. But and then Stephen A. I was watching him this morning, and they had brought up at the same game Cam Scatterboo. I think he hit a home run, and as he was getting a home plate, he did a backflip. And
Oh, so he good. He
Steve,
back juiced up.
Stephen A. wasn't happy about that because you like you coming off an ankle injury and a gruesome ankle injury, and you out there doing dumb stuff like hitting backflips. He actually called it stupid. He said he's doing stupid.
Well, Stephen A. He don't understand. He just trying to show that he back and he healthy. So.
Yeah. In other news, man, let's talk about some women's basketball. The WNBA is underway. What's y'all early predictions and y'all rookie of the year? Who y'all got for y'all rookie of the year?
I think there's easy answer for me. Olivia Myles, she at the gate, she been hooping and she's still hooping. So I think they love her since she came into practice. They were talking about her at practice. I seen some clips. They're talking about how much she fit in off rip and how cold she is. So if you got that from the OGs already from the first day, it already like determined how the season was gonna go, and it's going great for them. She's been a great leader, point guard. She's getting everybody involved, and she's scoring and doing exactly what she was doing while she was at TCU. So, that's easily my rookie year for this year for sure.
Who you think? What teams have impressed
Um,
you so far?
of course, the Aces. Um, who else? Atlanta. I'm still trying to see because Angel, she ain't been really.
She been grabbing rebounds, but she ain't really been scoring
Yeah,
it.
we know she'll get the meat bounds, but I'm gonna see her get back to getting the bucket. But she do look amazing on the sideline. She always doing her little too. But hey, I'm never disappointed watching her play. But I just need her to go back to that form that she was in when she was at LSU. But other than that, those two teams, Minnesota. I like Minnesota a lot.
Yeah, they go ahead, bro.
I think I was second your Olivia Miles pick for rookie of the year. I think she's had a good start to the year. I also think that I want to give a shout out to Flage. I ain't gonna lie, she has been hooping with the Storm. I don't think she's gonna win Rookie of the Year, but I definitely think she's been playing well. And considering that most people when they make the jump from college to the WNBA, it's like a little gradual process for them to get better. I feel like she came from game one and kind of just showed that she's here and ready to play. So shout out to her. As far as championship or who I think really having a good season. I think it's too early for me to tell. Yeah, too early for me.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think Olivia Miles gonna be the rookie of the year because she just been hooping like Eddie said, and her teammates seem to love her, and the results are showing on the court. As far as early predictions, the Lynx are a team that has really surprised me so far because coming into the season they weren't predicted to be very good, and they've been holding their own in the first couple of games of the season, even with Nafisa Collier being out, and they still been holding their own. But like y'all said, as far as picking a champion or who I think gonna be in the finals, it's kind of too early because I don't really see a team that has separated itself as far and away the best team in the league so far. So this may be a discussion we got to revisit as we get later down the line.
All right, y'all. Time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. I'll start off. For my Black Spotlight, I'm gonna go with Future NBA champion, Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, he been hooping, man. He's been one of my guys since he was hooping with Cam Wilder and AAU. That's when I first caught wind of him, and he's been hooping ever since. So just seeing what he did in his rookie year and how far he's came with this Spurs team, basically playing starter minutes and closing games. So he he's gonna be the point guard and one of the guys for a long time. Him and Wemby and Castle, that trio is gonna be nasty. So definitely want to give him flowers and just want him to finish the job against the Knicks, bro. So keep hooping, keep doing your thing. So shout out my boy Dylan Harper. Who you got, Brax?
My black spotlight is none other than Serena Williams. She had retired for a good little minute, and now we see that she's going to be coming back and returning to do doubles. I think this is a good thing for her. Get back some rhythm. Last time I seen her play, it did not look like the Serena I know and love. But I will say this: I have seen she's been looking in great shape as always, but a little bit better shape than normal. So I think personally, she have been working herself back to get ready to play. And I think when she playing, she the best to ever do it. So I think it's gonna be good to see her back, and maybe this can propel her to be compete for another major trophy.
Yes, sir, man. My black spotlight this week is none other than the future face of the league, the future MVP of the league, man. Victor Wembanyama, man. Shout out to him, bro. He started off the Western Conference Finals with a good performance, dropping 40 on the road in OKC. He had some games where he didn't play his best, but in the end, he did what needed to be done and got his team to the finals, man. I look forward to seeing him in the finals. As I previously stated in the show, I think they're going to win in 6. And so, man, shout out to Vic, man. He got a fan in me, that's for sure. He got a fan in me. And he won me some money. I can't complain about that. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, my dog. Thank you.
Everybody won the money out of Brax, huh?
Hey man, maybe the Knicks can win me some money back. Hopefully, we'll see. I'll have a decision by tomorrow. I have a decision by tomorrow.
You can bet on live again, bro. Come on, what we doing?
No, I ain't had good luck with that.
I see you learn, bro.
But yeah, man, that's all we got for the show today. I enjoyed it, man. Good to be back. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes every week. Follow us on Instagram at WTTWS Podcast, man, as well as our personal Instagrams right there down there on the ticker, man. And until next week, we appreciate y'all, and we hope y'all stay blessed. Welcome to the World of Sports, baby. We out.